Okay, hello everybody. Oh no, we're not live. Okay, hello everybody. I am Conquering History Games, and welcome to another State of the Channel live stream, which by now I'm sure you guys have recognized that I'm doing about once a month, where we go over things that have been going on the channel, things that are going to be happening going forward. Yeah, just kind of helping myself keep on track while, figuring things out. Hopefully, helping me do things properly on the channel. Blah, blah, blah. So, my fellow YouTubers, the state of our channel is strong. Or whatever, it's always guys got to say that at some point or the other. Anyway, so what did we do in April? Let's start by reviewing that. Well, first off, April kicked off with a huge bang, enormous day. This was real. Oh, hit us, Jack. Yeah, Jack, Omar, Socialist, Potato Man, everybody. These are the streams to make suggestions. In fact, the Hearts of Iron 4 ban threat is revoked for the duration of these streams. Unless somebody's being completely fucking obnoxious, I'm not going to ever time out or ban people in these streams. Anyway, so April 1st was really wild this year. It was a lot of fun. I don't know about you guys, but like in a lot of the circles on the internet that I run in, a lot of fun was being had. I don't remember. There was a comment I saw at some point on April 1st where somebody said, April 1st is supposed to be a day of getting pranked, but it feels more like Christmas. Just there was so much fun being had in the Paradox community. As you guys know, I like to follow a lot of the fun clips at HoloLive. I'm a HoloLive fan. I think it's hilarious, engaging content. April 1st for HoloLive was absolutely great. And just different things like that. So April 1st was a huge day. I want to actually review everything that I did on that day so y'all can freaking appreciate what was going on that particular day. So I think that I had started the day by doing the Hoi 4 the Hoi 4 new mod premiere, where I did the that was the Equestria at War with anime portraits. I thought that was hilarious. I actually had an in real life friend tune in to that premiere stream, and he was a little confused, but he noticed just that the people were upset in a funny haha way in the chat replay. So that was fun. Where I probably should change the thumbnail of that, make it Corona. But anyway, so there was that. So it's like, yeah, so now anybody who wants to play Equestria at War but doesn't like ponies, there's your answer. Just throw the anime pictures on. So we did that. I did the Nixon, the Untold story, which I know a friend of mine never watched. I have a friend who's always talking about things that he wants to check out and he never does, and I was telling him, like, hey man, I'd really appreciate it if you checked out my Nixon video, and I know he never did, because I'm sure he would have brought up at least in anger, or just say like, yeah, I knew it was gonna be a joke. The frickin', basically, if you didn't see that video, I was reading a Nixon and Henry Kissinger fan fiction where they fuck in the Oval Office. And I was doing the faces, and I threw up some funny pictures and things like that. So yeah, still better than the History Channel though. Still better. So I did that. I did the frickin' the frickin' Dread Flood campaign in one day. So that was nuts because I did both of the I do like real-time strategy games, Jack. I did both paths that you could do on the Dread Flood in a single day. So there was that. And then I still also did some Nier that day, I think. So I had that day off, obviously, and I did a whole lot. So April 1st was Christmas, and I was checking other things around the internet. I was sick of looking at my computer by the end of that day, but it was super fun, though. Anyway, so other things, though, that we did in April. Now, like, we technically started it in late March, but we, okay. So, rest of April, we did there was the Prov de France, which actually kind of, I accidentally ended up putting on, not Prov de France, there was I meant to say the Patagonian Workers Front, we did that. Then there was Prov de France, which was kind of like a continuation of that, and I personally thought was interesting. What else did we do? This was the big one. Let's see, the Moe Order release, which I had been looking forward to for months. I think I was told about it in like December, and it finally released. So then we got to play. We did the WRRF, the West Russian Revolutionary Front. We did the Katyusha / Tukhachevsky campaign, and then we also did the WRRF Nona / freaking Zhukov campaign. And then I also did the Taboritsky, Komi, I guess you could call it like Komi / HRE / Tabby, Tabby / funny clock person / Yandere, hold on, Yandere ideology campaign. And then we did the post midnight, where we did after Russia collapses, after what's Taboritsky's done, we did the post-midnight warlords, where I went through all of them. That took hours. I think I spent like 7 hours going through all of that. That was nuts. But people were really engaged by it, I guess you could say. There was just a whole lot of it. Then we completed the Pravda trilogy, where we did the North Russian Liberation Front, AKA Clara saves Russia. So that was all just in the Moe order that we did there. What else did we do in terms of Hearts of Iron 4? Yeah, I think that was all of it. In terms of Moe order. So was that. Then that still wasn't all of the Hearts of Iron 4 that we did. I think I said this at the end of last month's State of the Channel thing, where I had sort of been planning on taking a break from Hearts of Iron 4 at the end of March, but there was just so much then that was going to happen, and I thought, okay, let me do all of these things. I'm going to flood the channel with shit that with Hearts of Iron 4 shit, and people are going to get sick of it, and then we can move on to some other things, because we're going to be overloaded for a while. So, what else did we do? We did there was the Equestria at War, the Two Eagles beta that I was given by the developers. Thank you very much to them. So we did 2. There was the Aquilian Republic, Revolution Path. Revolution, specifically the Democratic Path, because you have several revolutionary paths. I took the Democratic path, and then we did Wingbardy, hold on, Wingbardy, Eagle. I'm gonna call it the Eagle Alliance path, where we went like double fascist with Aquilia. So I think that was all the Hearts of Iron 4, which is it's a lot that we did in April. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on a second. fuck? There we go. God damn it. Whatever. So there it. Come on. Son of a bitch. All right, whatever. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna count this as 6, 7, 8, 9 different 9 campaigns. Actually 10 because we did the Dread Flood up here. So basically every 3 days I was doing a new campaign in April. 10 Hearts of Iron 4 campaigns in 1 month. Holy crap, that was a lot. And let me tell you, I was feeling it. Because we also were doing stuff like I was reading the Nuke events at the end of the Zukov one. It was just absolutely insane. So we went over that. The Anarchist one. Well, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So we did all that, but there's still more that I got done this month. So for example, we let's see. Here we go. Campaigns started in April. Well, before I forget, we also did finished near Automata. With true ending and beating secret boss. So that was very cool. So campaigns that we started in April, though, yeah, like some of you were just saying, we started the Civilization 5 Shoshone campaign, or Shoshone. Shoshone campaign. I kind of got a little tongue twisted there, so I was just campaign. Yeah, I was hitting my breaking point. I was getting my breaking point with Hearts of Iron 4. So we started that. We started some We the Revolution right at the end there. Oh, another fun thing that we did that I'm going to put up here was we also did at some point I hold on. I did the Moe Order last episodes of anime, Russian unification compilation video, which took a lot of work. I put many hours into making that video, but I'm glad people have been using it. People seem to have been enjoying it. I sure enjoyed working on it, but wow, that still was something. I'm telling y'all, I was being stretched out. So the things that we started, though, we started the Civ 5 Shoshone campaign. We started the We the Revolution. We started the Suzerain Millennialist campaign. What else was there? Yeah, and then the last pre-recorded Hearts of Iron campaign for a while. The Hearts of Iron 4, TNO, the Siberian Black Army series. So we just have so freaking much that was going on. So all in all, what, like 15 different campaigns you can kind of say over the course of April. You know, some finishing, some beginning, but lots and lots of stuff, basically. So April was nuts. Yeah, I have the Revolution. Yeah, I have it here. We the Revolution. So after that, now what's really crazy though is that I took a week off. I basically took the last week of April off, effectively. I just kind of wanted to do that myself, just to avoid burnout. So really, when you think about it, everything that I just talked about, I did in about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, when you get right down to it. It's like three and a third weeks. So So, now then. 1 month off from Hearts of Iron 4. Now, so I'm gonna let's effectively say I'm not gonna play Hearts of Iron 4 in May. That's the concept. Let's see. Okay, I want to remind everybody this, mentioning Hearts of Iron 4 return campaign in live stream will be a bannable offense. I don't want to hear anybody saying it. I need to get away from it. I do enjoy the game, obviously, but we need to do other stuff. What about Kidneys of Steel? CHG? I don't get it. Is that the name of a game? Kidneys of Steel? Right, but so we've got all of that. So April was pretty wild in terms of Hearts of Iron 4. Like I said, we did 10. So I basically did 10 campaigns in 21 days. Roughly. Just Hearts of Iron 4, and I even figured anything else. So yeah, I had my foot on the gas. So what are we going to be doing in May? We're going to be doing no Hearts of Iron. We will be doing no Paradox Interactive, which I know, from a making money, getting attention on the channel point of view is kind of stupid right now, because Paradox is doing their con this upcoming weekend. Oh, instead of Hearts of Iron, it's Kidneys of Steel. I get it. So yeah, no Hearts of Iron. No Paradox Interactive. Okay, what's Dawn of War? I don't think I know what that is. I'm going to look it up right now. Hold on. Dawn of War game. Okay, Potato Man, I don't think you seem to understand. You see, you're asking me, talking about, that's Hearts of Iron. Kaiserreich is part of Hearts of Iron 4. So I'm going to go ahead and put you in timeout. All right, that's a warning. I don't want to hear it. Actually, no, I'm sorry. No, never mind. I said I wasn't going to do that. I said, oh, shoot. How do I untime you out? I'm sorry. I just remembered I said that I wasn't going to do it. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. My bad. It was just reflexive. I'm very sorry. So it's a Warhammer 40k game. I don't really know it too well. I don't know 40k's lore very well. And again, my apologies, Potato Man. That was my mistake. You get a get out of jail free card moving forward. Please remind me of it. So I would not say that's a priority. So, but we're going to be doing no Hearts of Iron 4, no Paradox Interactive, history, basic, and we're going to be doing essentially no grand strategy either. So that means, I'm very sorry. Well, yeah. So it's like do some hentai games. So we're going to be doing other types of things. So, like, what does that mean? We're going to be doing We the Revolution. Essentially greater focus on the different styles of historically inspired games. Because my name of my channel is Conquering History Games, not Conquering Paradox, right? So, for example, damn it, I misspelled that. Okay, for examples, right? We're going to be playing some fuck's sake. Okay, so for example, we will be doing We the Revolution. I guess you can call this like what would you call like Ace Attorney? What kind of game would you call that, right? In terms of the style, I guess it's like a visual novel. I guess so. We're gonna call this like role play. We're gonna call this a visual novel, yeah. Where it's like puzzle role play. Yeah, a reading. No, because you do puzzles. In We the Revolution. You have to like solve the crimes, but then also you have to stack things. So I don't know. I see. Yeah, I don't even know what to call it. You know what? Here's what I'll do. Court case sim, because I have the thing, because I got my copy of We the Revolution for free, and they gave me like a long description of what it was. Hold on here. Okay, hold on. Unique game. They call themselves a unique game. Well, that's not very helpful. It's an adventure legal game. Yeah, okay, so we'll call it that. Adventure legal game / visual novel. Set in French Revolution. So, like, that's... Okay, yeah, revolutionary times. So there's, like, We the Revolution, so we're going to play that. We're going to play Civilization 5, which is 4X turn-based game, history game. We're doing, let's see, we're going to be doing Fallout, Fallout New Vegas, you know, which is, it's more of a political intrigue. You know what? Yeah. We'll call it that. Political intrigue. Hold on. Intrigue game. Is the music too loud, by the way, guys? But yeah, it's like, okay, so like Fallout New Vegas is sort of like RPG influenced by various histories. You know, you got ancient Rome, 1950s, America, etc. Right? But other things that I was thinking about doing, other concepts, other games I might do, and it's going to depend on how these lives are, because these 3 are all live series, because the pre-recorded stuff you're going to be seeing this month, a lot of it is going to be, you know, it's pre-recorded, it's backlogged, so like other games possible to play. So we might do is like Humankind, or no, excuse me, no, it's called Ancestors. Human Odyssey. Fuck. I just am not spelling anything right. Okay, like, we'll just call this Ancestors, which is crafting survival game, which is set in prehistory. So we'll be conquering prehistory games. But, you know, you guys, I'm going to definitely get this one. People donated during live streams specifically for me to pick this one up, so it's going to happen. But there's still other things that I was thinking about, like, hold on. Yeah, basically the Monkey Sim, yeah. Return to Monk, or whatever it is they call it. Wait a minute. Yeah, so, like, I'd already picked up some other games. Let me actually double check my Steam list, because I have, like, here a list of other things that I might want to check out. So I'm not going to always name them, but so, for example, some city builders, maybe some RTS games, maybe historical dating simulator, kind of similar to the and if anybody has seen Edelweiss, I think I might be the only person. Yes, Socialist, don't worry, Nostalgia is on the perhaps to playlist, but I've got 3 live stream series that I'm trying to knock out right now, and here's the problem. I got the Dawn of War, Jack. Got it. I've understood. I'm gonna look into it. So the thing is, because what I've noticed is that when I pre-record a new game on the channel, it very rarely, it doesn't always happen, sometimes it's very good, but very rarely is it a successful debut because nobody knows the game and nobody wants to watch it in isolation, as opposed to when I live stream new games, people come into the chat and they're going, oh, what is this? And then we can all talk about it in real time while I'm playing through it. We learn about, like, some people in the chat will have played the game before, so they can explain it to people who haven't. So it just seems to be much more successful for new games that I live stream them. So the thing, so this is what's going to kind of limit me in May. Is right now I've got 3 live stream series at the same time that I'm trying to do, and I want to knock out as many of them, as possible very quickly. But some of them can kind of take a while. Like Civ 5, I bet I can knock this out in a couple more live streams. We're kind of moving pretty fast in that one, especially once I take control of that one big continent that I'm on. There's just going to effectively be the Koreans that I have to worry about, because the Koreans are far ahead of me technologically. And so once I kill the Koreans, nothing can stop me. And I'll just send wave after men in there or something, whatever. This is probably what we're going to be playing later on today. Because We the Revolution, I kind of regret playing it before we went on our break. I really should have waited on that. Anyway, so Nostalgia might be one, but also don't forget Mao's Legacy, because I want to do a left radical run where I'm interfering in other countries, because the first time I did a serious, like I actually got to the end of the game in Mao's Legacy, I was doing isolationism, and so like there were some, by the end of the game things were kind of going really super smoothly because I had like a bunch of money and things like that, but I had like a lot of extra money and points to spend on stuff because I hadn't interfered in foreign policies at all. Anyway, so that's the Mao's Legacy thing. So we might do some Nostalgia, we might do some Mao's Legacy, but I'm just saying we are not going to do all of these in May. It's absolutely not going to happen. There just isn't time. So other kind of games, though, that I was considering for possibilities is, I don't want to say the name of it, but it was one that I got given by an in real life friend, but like political role play, things like that. Yeah, so I've just got a lot that is up in the air right now. Oh yeah, and an FPS. I've been trying to debate what FPS I want to do on the channel. I don't know yet what it's going to be. I'm leaning Call of Duty. It's like going to 99% be one of the Call of Duty games, but it's going to also ultimately kind of come down to the ease of recording. Like, really, Fallout New Vegas I genuinely considered not doing for a while. Even though I've been saying for like a couple months now that it was on my playlist from the beginning of the year, really. If we go back to my earlier notes, hold on, save that. Yeah, I lost the April notes because I guess I didn't save before, but yeah, you see I even put it, April's missing, so then this is like March. But if you go back to the very start of 2021, yeah, non-history or slant titles. Okay, cool, so we finished this, that's good. But like, yeah, New Vegas was here on the list. But I was actually gonna not play it because I can't click out of the screen when I'm playing it, which is extremely frustrating, because that makes it more difficult for me to interact with chat. If there's a technical problem, it's very difficult for me to fix. Like earlier, if you didn't catch today's stream earlier, there was a frame rate issue, and like all I had to do was just stop the stream and then turn it right back on. It's something that takes like 5 to 30 seconds. So that's no problem when I'm doing something that's a windowed mode, something like Crusader Kings where I can click out. But then there's just lots of different things that ended up becoming a problem, and so that was like kind of thinking like, well, if it's gonna make live streaming a pain in the ass, I don't think I want to do this. But what else? What else was I saying? So, are there any other games? But I think that's kind of it in terms of games. Let me kind of go back and look at my older notes to make sure that there's not some game I was interested in but I forgot about. Yes, I'm aware about like Crusader Kings 3. I want to bring that to the channel, back to the channel and stuff. But no, we're not doing Paradox or Grand Strategy games for at least May. So we're not thinking about that. Okay, let's go back at least maybe to March. Yeah, you see, like I was really happy with how February went. You see, we had a lot of non Hearts of Iron 4 stuff in there ultimately, so I was really happy with that. Heir to the Throne. Oh yeah, you see here I had been hoping in March that we'd have the first New Moe Order campaign. Ask about Outremer. Outremer I do want to resume at some point, but I don't know when it's going to be. Sorry. Obviously, it won't be in May. What is TABS? What is TABS? What does that stand for? TABS? I don't know what you mean by it, okay? Now, let's kind of talk about meta stuff that happened. I guess this was, yeah, we should probably do this back in the April part, but one thing that was very good for the FPS, maybe Half-Life. I do have it. It is a maybe, but just a oh, totally accurate battle simulator. I'll look into it because I hear that it's not very well. What do you call it? Hold on. Totally accurate battle simulator. Maybe. But I hear that like it's not really good on your PC. Like it's just not very. What's the term? It's like how you can have a really good PC. It's not optimized. That's the word. It's not an optimized game. So it's like one of those things where it almost doesn't even matter how good your PC is. No, I don't mean optimized in the gameplay. I'm saying optimized in terms of like how well it uses your processor. It's kind of like let me use an example that's been frustrating me, right? The OBS, you know, when OBS is fucking around with me and it starts using 100% of my processor, so like I'll have a million Google Chrome tabs open, or I'm playing a grand strategy game at 5 speed, and I got like all this other stuff going on, and those things are maybe using 10% of my processor, and then fucking OBS, the recording software, is using up like 75% of my processor. So that's like not optimized is what that's what I was talking about with those things, with things like that. Anyway, other things though that I was considering was what. Oh yeah, that was it. But let's talk about meta stuff in terms of what happened in April. So like, okay, meta in April. So this was huge. We hit 25,000. Whoops, not 35. That would be awesome. No, we hit 25,000 subscribers. Yay! Thank you very much. That was super fun. Battlefront 2. Are you talking about Star Wars? That's funny because that's on sale right now. I don't know. I'm not much of a Star Wars guy, but on the other hand, I've also always said that like the weakest part of Star Wars is the movies, and like the video games and the television series tend to be pretty good, and things like that. So I don't know, but would the original Battlefront from 2005 even function on a modern PC? Like, I'm looking it up on Steam now. Yeah, the first couple things that I see is that people are talking about how they're having, you get a mod or that it breaks. So I don't know. So it might be a thing. Like it's not like it's like, oh, I don't want to spend money on this. It's a fucking $3.49 game. But like, who cares? It could be free. It doesn't matter if it's broken. You know, if I can't functionally play it. Anyway, what was I talking about? So yeah, we hit 25,000 subscribers, which was really great. And then also in terms of dinero, we continue to trend up. So that's all I'm gonna say. I know that like it's awkward. People don't want to talk about money, but we're trending up in terms of the ad revenue, the super chat revenue. I'm anticipating that April is gonna maybe be slightly down because I took a week off, so I only worked 3/4 of the month, if you might say that. So that's all. We'll move on. I know it sometimes gets uncomfortable for people to talk about it, but you know, at the end of the day, Google pays me for a lot of this stuff. But obviously, I'm not somebody who tries to optimize it. But I've always said that like if the channel is like paying for the electricity, you know, then I'm breaking even because then I still got to play games along the way. But we're doing really good. We're doing good. I'm happy with it. So. What is on the horizon? Well, there are some other games that I want to do. Let's talk about in terms of non-history. Is Potato Man back? Oh, yeah, he is back. Okay. Again, I am so sorry about that timeout earlier. I know that I had said I wasn't going to do it, and my deepest apologies. But in terms of non-history games, let's talk about some things that I've got on my radar. So I was thinking, as I've mentioned before, Fire Emblem Three Houses could be a fun like turn-based thing, and it's kind of like in the same style as Westnoth, but it's more modern, so people would be into it. So Fire Emblem Three Houses, when I was thinking, now here's one I think could be super duper fun. L.A. Noire, which is like it's like a post-World War II era detective game. Really different from the other stuff I've got on the channel, but I think it would be really fun. So that's, you know, on the radar again. What else was I thinking about? Hold on, I got my Steam thing open over here. Here we go. Let's see. I was thinking maybe... Yeah, and you see, the thing is, there's actually some games I don't want to talk about because I own them, but I haven't checked if they function yet. But I think it's going to be interesting stuff when we could do it, but I just don't want to bring it up. So, like, yeah, L.A. Noire was something I was thinking about. Actually, didn't I have that list up here of some other stuff? Oh, yeah. I was thinking, like, hold on. Nintendo titles to be determined. Titles to be determined. So that's in terms of the... other stuff. I'm trying to get rid of that. Son of a fucking bitch. Alright. What else was I going to bring up? Do an Alien game? What is Alien Isolation? Are you talking about like the Xenomorphs? Because I enjoy that franchise, but Alien Isolation. Looks like it. Hold on, view page. The true meaning of fear. God damn, this is oh, wait a minute. Alien Isolation. 15 years after the events of Alien, Ellen Ripley's daughter Amanda enters a desperate battle for survival. You know what? I'll let me look into it. No promises. I'll look into it. Let's see, horror game. So what was I going to talk about? Yeah, now in terms of history games, of course, on the horizon, I'm looking to return to CK3, finish the Outremer campaign, which might be a little awkward. There's gonna be like 10 people who watch it now. Maybe BattleTech is something that I was thinking, and now we're gonna talk about what about when Hoi 4 comes back. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. What am I gonna do? Well, I'm probably going to say my number one priority would be a West Siberian game. Game in the New Order. Whoops, in the New Order or the Moe Order. So that would be something there. Sherlock Holmes games, I'm not even aware of any of them. Hold on. Who the heck is making? Hold on a sec. But yeah, so Western Siberia, I know that I talked about it at the beginning of the year. So like the 1,000-week Reich or whatever it's called, maybe might do that. Let's see. Do a Sam and Max game? I don't know what that is. No, we're talking about history games here too. So yeah, I guess I should put that up here. Now we're talking about the history games. History games on Horizon. So like 1,000 Reich is something I'm kind of interested in. What else was I thinking about? Oh yeah. Allegedly new mod releasing in June. No promises. So I don't want to say what this is because I don't want my people, you know, my subscribers to go and start pressuring this mod group, and it's like, where's the shit, and just, I don't want to talk about what it is, but it's been on my radar for a while. I've talked a little bit with some of the devs. I don't know if they're going to give me a beta version or not. But when I'm talking about releasing in June, I'm talking about the public version. Anyway, Purple Phoenix says, can I do a Byzantine Empire Kaiserreich video? I'm not even 100% sure how you do the Byzantine Empire and Kaiserreich. Isn't that not available? I think there isn't one. Isn't that like a thing that people bitch about? Like, why can't I make my Greek Roman Empire in Kaiserreich? I hate them. I hate. But as far as I'm aware, there isn't like a version of that. What else was I gonna do? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, that's really it. Revolution Under Siege, I already own it. That is a long term though. Getting things from what is the name of that company? ASIOF or something. Yeah, I know those games. They have extremely high learning curves and nobody knows about them. I would love to play them on the channel, but it's not a higher priority. Oh yeah, another thing that was on the horizon. That reminds me. Stellaris, Nemesis. Because, fuck's sake, my hands are all fucked up today. Stellaris, Nemesis, and also thanks for the free copy. Oh yeah, and then also in terms of Hearts of Iron 4, I do want to do a French Republic in hold on, let's see, yeah. Okay, French Republic. You know what? Actually, that's not what we should call it. National France, because it's like disputed, right? So National France in Moe Reich, and it is going to be in Moe Reich. So I think that's it. I've been streaming for goddamn long enough today, I think. Okay, now I am going to stream again later. Again, as usual, I have other things that I have to do. But that's basically the game plan. That's the state of the channel. We did a shitload of Hearts of Iron 4 in April. Goddamn, I got sick of it. And, you know, actually typing it out makes me realize I really did play a lot of fucking Hearts of Iron 4. okay, highest priority is we want to start getting into these, and in fact, I think I said earlier that I was thinking about playing some Civilization 5 later, but I think we want to do Fallout New Vegas because I want to hit a point where I know that it's hard sometimes it's hard for people to catch up because I'm streaming it a lot really fast, but I want to at least get to where we can start making decisions on what path I'm going to take because I haven't decided it yet. If we're going to do the Legion or if we're going to do the NCR or we're going to take a different path, because yes, I know that there's different paths, but that's kind of broadly what people want to hear. Are you doing Legion or are you doing NCR? So probably like in an hour, I'll play some, after this, I'll play some New Vegas. You know what? Let's call it an hour and a half, and even then that's not a promise because it's going to depend on how long some of these errands I got to do take. But, yeah, these I want to start. I'm going to be doing lots and lots of live streaming. And I took that week off, and I'm going to be jumping back into it big time this month. And of course, all plans are subject to change depending on personal issues and or work issues. So there you have it. We'll do Australia Kaiserreich video. I would not say that that's a priority. I'm trying to move away from Hearts of Iron 4, but like even having said that, here I just said, okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I'd say there's 4 Hearts of Iron 4 campaigns that I've got planned, for as I know, like for the rest of the year, for all I know. Do I know the Darkest of Times? Is that a game? Where you play as a German resistance group against the Nazis? Let me look this up. The Darkest of Times. Berlin, 1933. Hitler is Chancellor. Okay, it's a strategy game. It's simulation, indie, adventure, political. I have never heard of this. I'm looking at it now in the other monitor. This is interesting art. I like that. This looks cool. Let me look into it. This came out this year. Through the Darkest of Times. Okay. EU4? No, I won't do EU4. I know how to play it. Well, at least I should say I've known of it for a while. Yep. So and I've played After the End. I did the Old World one. Go check that out. What was I gonna say though? So yeah, there you go. That's May. That's what we're looking forward to. And EU4 though, I know how to play it. I'm pretty good, but it just never really clicked with me. Like I could blob like nobody else. Do colonies and stuff. And there's also been so much more DLC that released from when I played it. I'm talking about I used to play it years ago. And then also, like, I don't know the details, but I've just heard so much shit about the Leviathan update. And in fact, what I will say is that it does seem to be universal that it was bad. Not that, but the divisive part is whose fault it is, because there's some people say who it's the developer's fault. Some people are saying that like the corporate side made them rush out a DLC that they said wasn't ready. I don't know what's happening. I'm not going to take a side on it. But EU4 is not something I was ever prioritizing playing before, and I'm certainly not going to now. So I would not say we are ever going to see EU4 on the channel. We might see some Europa Universalis Rome. I've done that before. I showed you how to like win the Civil War as Pompey. I did a live stream of that a couple of years ago. You know what was so funny though? The day that I did that stream, the next day they announced Imperator Rome. And I had done that stream because I thought, oh, they're never going to do a sequel to this, so let me go ahead and start putting it on the channel. And the next fucking day they announced Imperator Rome. Because, Johann decided Conquering History games must be destroyed. Anyway. Yep. Alright. Anyway. That's all for now. Like I said, I'll probably play some New Vegas tonight, so look forward to that. And yeah, I'll see y'all around. Good night.